Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly forecast for Monday, October 17th through Sunday, October 23rd. A very special thank you to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking and sharing and commenting on my videos, and your donations are greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel and you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and check out the links below in the description box. There's one to my website where you can check out the services that I offer, chart services. And there's also something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart, okay? And there's a new report that I have, a monthly report called the Love and Money, okay, your lucky days of the month. So there are only, well, actually there's a few more major aspects this week than there have been for most of the month, okay? So here I gotta wear these again. It's that time of year for me, so anyways, okay. On Monday, October 17th, the Sun in Libra trines Mars in Gemini. On Wednesday, October 19th, Venus in Libra trines Mars in Gemini. On the same day, the Sun in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. On Thursday, October 20th, Venus in Libra squares Pluto in Capricorn. On Sunday, October 22nd, the Sun in Libra conjuncts Venus in Libra. And on Sunday, October 23rd, Mercury in Libra trines Saturn in Aquarius. Did I say Saturday was October 23rd? It's the 22nd, okay? Anyway, also on the 23rd, both the Sun and Venus move into Scorpio. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi, Virgo. Okay, so for you, on Monday, October 17th, the Sun in Libra in your second house trines Mars in Gemini in your 10th house. And on Wednesday, October 19th, Venus in Libra in your second house trines Mars in Gemini in your 10th house. So you have the Sun and Venus both in your second house of earned income. Okay, your investments, your possessions, your valuables. It's also the house of hidden talent, but it's your own personal values, but it's money. It's the money house, money that you earn, okay? And Mars in your 10th house of your career, okay? This is your most public house. This is how you're known by reputation, professionally and personally. Having Mars here, you know, at this time, maybe you're seeking some kind of recognition or possibly competing for a position that you want. You could also just be, you know, trying to, if you're self-employed, trying to gain more clients, or even more prestigious clients, okay? So at this time, that's what's motivating you is money, because of all these planets in your second house. But it looks like it's happening, you know. Whatever you're doing, people are willing to pay whatever you're asking. If you do work for someone else, the same thing. You know, when you are dealing with higher-ups, that or someone who has some kind of authority over you and your pay rate or fee or whatever, you're doing it with confidence, and it's because of that Mars there. So you know your self-worth. You know, you're even pointing out to people all your wonderful attributes and not blinking an eye. You know what I mean? You're able to truly represent yourself with confidence, and I think that has a lot to do with why you're able to bring in more money. Okay, so on also, okay, on Wednesday, October 19th, the Sun in Libra in your second house squares Pluto, transiting in Capricorn in your 5th house. And on Thursday, October 20th, Venus in Libra in your second house also squares Pluto in your 5th house of Capricorn. So they're not bad at all. You know, the 5th house is the house of fun, the house of creativity and gambling. Anything to do with children, your children, someone else's children, or even like childish things, or going to places that, like an amusement park or something or other, or, but this is the house of any form of entertainment though also, okay? It's games and sports, all kinds of fun, but it is the big romance house, okay? So any of these things are highlighted right now, but to me it just looks like it's having to do with money. You know, you might have to, I don't know, spend money if you have children on some things for them for school possibly, you know, or if they're involved in any kind of sports or dance or something, you know, dance or they're gymnasts or whatever, you know. All that stuff is very expensive, okay? Their equipment, even their uniforms or costumes, okay? But, you know, or you could just be wanting to do something fun. You know, you're in the mood to do something fun, and that costs a little bit of money. But it's not a big deal. These are just minor squares that you can get around, okay? Because on Sunday, October 22nd, the Sun in Libra conjuncts Venus in Libra in your second house. So this is possibly even a belated birthday gift or some kind of gift, okay, that is Venus related. Okay, could be money. Having Venus here is drawing, attracting things to you, and one of them is money. But it could also be like art or jewelry or cologne or something beautiful, like I said, Venus related. But it's also a time, you know, where you could just, like I said, be on the receiving end of something really nice. But, you know, someone could just, you know, give you a gift, or there's an increase in your money. Maybe it is some kind of perk. You know, it might have something to do with your job, and it could be some kind of perk. Okay. On Sunday, October 23rd, Mercury in Libra in your second house trines Saturn, transiting in your sixth house of Aquarius. So the sixth house is the workplace, even the kind of work that you do and your co-workers. You know, it hasn't been a lot of fun there. Just having Saturn in the sixth house does many things actually, but there could be someone there that's a real pain in the ass, doesn't want to do their job, and everybody has to I don't know, do their work more or less. Or there could be just like a higher up there, or somebody that is I don't know, just unbearable. But this is a very nice trine. So there could be something going on there, you know, with some kind of changes possibly taking place in the workplace, or even in your work schedule, or your assignment, your work assignment. If you're self-employed, the same thing. If you have a client that is sometimes a real pain in the ass, maybe they're no longer that way, or they're just letting you take care of everything from now on, instead of always questioning you and ripping apart your suggestions on whatever it is that you want to do with their work, that whatever it is that they hired you for. But something is going along better, let's say, in the workplace, and it's affecting your income. Okay. So for Leo, on Monday, October 17th, the Sun in Libra in your third house trines Mars, transiting in your, let's see here, 11th house of Gemini. And on Wednesday, October 19th, Venus in Libra in your third house also trines Mars in Gemini in your 11th. So your 11th house is like your most sociable house. It is actually trying at least to socialize in person, maybe get out to see your friends, or do something, go to a new club, or someplace where you guys used to always go to. But it's also social media, socializing online. At this time, though, you know, with planets in your third house, that's your like immediate area, your neighborhood. It is a big travel and communications house. Maybe you are getting together with your friends, possibly, you know, planning some kind of like little road trip, nothing like real far, an overnight or a weekend trip or something like that. Or there's some kind of an event coming up that you all have tickets for. 11th house is also any kind of organization that you belong to, so there could be something going on with them right now that you guys are planning something, you know, but you could just be really, you know, more in touch with it, having an awful lot more contact with your friends or even acquaintances, just people that you know that are in like your group where you hang out or whatever. You just might have a lot more contact with them. Let's see here. Also, okay, on October 19th, Wednesday, the Sun in Libra in your third house squares Pluto, transiting in your 6th house of Capricorn. And on Thursday, October 20th, Venus in Libra in your 3rd house squares Pluto, transiting in your 6th house of Capricorn. So not a very big deal. You know, the 6th house is the workplace, the kind of work that you do, your work schedule, co-workers. It's also your house of health and your house of service. One or two of these things, you know, as far as the house of service goes, you may have told a relative or a neighbor that you'd, you know, you'd be able to help them out in some way or other. They maybe wanted you to, I don't know, do something like babysit or go to the store for them or something weird, like whatever. Watch their cat or dog, you know. And so you could get sucked into doing something like that, you know, or maybe you are even work-wise, you know, telling a little bit of a white lie to get out of doing a certain job, or maybe you're calling off or something like that, and it could be for whatever reason, but you might not even be ill, okay? It's not a very big deal. It's just that somebody could try to, I don't know, try to press you or make you feel uncomfortable about saying no to something that they're wanting you to do, and you shouldn't feel that way. Okay, on Saturday, October 22nd, the Sun in Libra conjuncts Venus in Libra in your 3rd house. Okay, where you have a Libra, 3rd house is communication and travel, usually local, okay, but this is regular postal mail, email, voicemail, text message, whatever way, FaceTiming. I would have to say that you get some kind of good news at this time. Could come through the mail, regular postal mail, or you could run into someone. A 3rd house is your everyday life and the people you and places that you may go to throughout the normal course of your day. So you could run into someone while just running errands or whatever and have a very pleasant exchange. Possibly even be invited to do something that's going on that maybe you didn't even know of, or something that's coming up in your area, in your neighborhood. On Sunday, October 23rd, Mercury in Libra in your 3rd house trines Saturn, transiting in your 7th house of Aquarius. So this is also very nice. Your 7th house is your partnerships, your close relationships, romantic, business, close friend. It's also your house of arrangements or agreements of any kind, some of them legal. If you're signing a contract, this is the house of lawyers. But this is a very nice trine. Okay, 3rd house is also the written word and contract. So you could have some kind of even just verbal, like a handshake deal with somebody at this time. You know, it could be an extension of that, what I was saying about the squares from the Sun and Venus to Pluto in your 6th house, you know. Someone could be offering you some kind of, I don't know, anything, because they need you to agree to something, okay, or help them in some way possibly. Some kind of an arrangement, you know. It could be work-related, you know, maybe you have a coworker that needs a ride to and from work, or there's something that maybe your employer asks you to do. That I would think would bring in more money. I would hope they wouldn't expect you to do it for free, but who knows, you know, the way employers are sometimes. But it's something, that, a nice give and take, I would have to say, between your close relationships and some kind of communication. Could even be like, you know, a good, you know, something in regards to, let's say, a partnership of some kind of communication regarding that you get in maybe regular mail. Okay. So, for Aquarius, okay, on Monday, October 17th, the Sun in Libra in your 9th house trines Mars, transiting in your 5th house of Gemini. And on Wednesday, October 19th, Venus in Libra in your 9th house also trines Mars in your 5th house of Gemini. So your 9th house is the house of long-distance travel and communications, the house of adventure. Okay, it's media and publishing, higher learning, your philosophy on life, your spiritual and religious beliefs. It's foreign anything, people who live in another country, or people from a completely different background than yours. Maybe you are traveling at this time. If it looks like if you are, it's to do something fun, where you have Mars in your 5th house of fun and romance and creativity and sports and games of any kind and gambling. This is also the house of children. But you could be doing something, you could be traveling to, see a romantic partner, or if you're in some kind of collaboration with someone that's creative. You could also be maybe going somewhere with your child or children to do something fun. Maybe you want them to see something that's possibly educational at the same time, but it's also fun. All kinds of fun things actually going on here. But this is a trine, so this is a trine to your house of fun. So you just have to keep that in mind. So you might actually just end up hearing from someone who lives at a distance, okay, that you haven't heard from for a while, and they are coming back into town, possibly. And they're going to look you up. Also on Wednesday, October 19th, the Sun in Libra in your 9th house squares Pluto, transiting in your 12th house of Capricorn. And on Thursday, October 20th, Venus in Libra in your 9th house also squares Pluto and Capricorn in your 12th house, okay? So, actually, a lot of times, you have Pluto in your 12th house of secrets or behind the scenes occurrences even, but it's also actions by you or someone else that happen behind the scenes, making some kind of gradual changes possibly in your life. But I would have to say that when it comes to dealing with someone, could be a relative or it could be anyone that you secretly, think they're dumb, or think that what they feel or what they think really doesn't matter. You're not really all that interested, but a lot of times you have to act like you are, mainly because you're probably related to them, and your family expects you to be cordial or to be that way or show this person some kind of respect. But I would just have to say that maybe at this time you may encounter someone that that you guys just don't have a lot in common, and it's not a very big deal. The Sun square Pluto is, it's all happening behind the scenes. Like I said, you're not speaking up, you're not calling them out or saying anything. You're just going along with it because it matters that little to you. Okay, that's why. It's not like you're just being nice. It's just you can't even be bothered. Okay. Anyways, on Saturday, October 22nd. The Sun in Libra in your 9th house conjuncts Venus in Libra in your 9th house. So I would have to say this is a very nice, possibly long-distance communication. Could be from, a friend or a romantic interest or whatever. It could be regarding good news about a legal matter possibly, or any kind of anything educational. Maybe there was a class that you wanted to take, but it was full and they didn't have room for you, but now it's available, or whatever it is that you wanted to know is available online, even on YouTube for free. Whatever, I think this is good news with the Sun conjunct Venus. It's good news of some kind. Okay, on Sunday, October 23rd, Mercury in Libra in your 9th house trines Saturn, transiting in your 1st house of Aquarius, okay? So this is very nice though too, like I said, the 9th house being your house of your philosophy on life and your opinions and your knowledge actually though too. Your educational background has helped your personality in some way. In fact, you're probably surprising yourself by all this random crap that you remember from like even high school, and you're trying to figure out, wow, how do I remember that, or how did that sink in? But it makes you look very scholarly, which is great, right? So people seem to come to you for your opinion on stuff, or they think you're not like a know-it-all, but they feel that, I don't know, you're the go-to person for a lot of information, okay? So for Capricorn, on Monday, October 17th, The Sun in Libra in your 10th house trines Mars, transiting in Gemini in your 6th house. And on Wednesday, October 19th, Venus in Libra in your 10th house also trines Mars in your 6th house of Gemini. So your 10th house is your most public house, okay? It's how you are known by reputation, personally and professionally, and it is how people view you and speak about you publicly. So having Venus here means that people are saying really, really nice stuff about you, and especially about your appearance, okay? Because this is when you get a lot of attention, like at this time, okay? Now your 6th house, where you have Mars, okay, and Gemini, is the workplace, okay? Your 10th house is your livelihood, your house of your career, but it's also your personal status, okay? Public status. So there's something going on here that you've been doing, having Mars in your 6th house, like I said, of the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule, all of that means that you have like a second wind or something or other in, you know, work, you know, and it could even be like your own personal work, that maybe a job that you're doing yourself, you know, something that you've created or that you do on your own that is yours, you know, you're not working for someone else. So this is really paying off at this time, because your reputation is like kind of preceding itself. Excuse me. Anyways, because of your good reputation, it is bringing in more work, more influential clients, more prestigious clients. Excuse me. See, this is what happens when you talk too much. Oh boy. Anyways, okay, so that's what's actually going on here, because these are very nice trines. Okay, now, also on the 19th, Wednesday, okay, the Sun in Libra in your 10th house squares Pluto in your 1st house of Capricorn, and on Thursday, October 20th, Venus in Libra in your 10th house also squares Pluto in your 1st house, okay? All this means is whatever's going on in your public life, you know, the Venus square is really nothing. Okay, the Sun square could be, you know, someone, I don't know, try to one-up you or something publicly, trying to act like they're far more successful than you are, or they know more than you do, they were there first, you know, they're like the real trailblazer or whatever it is in the livelihood that you have, something or other. But these are squares, you know, it's not like too big of a deal, but it's just something occurring in your public life that, or in your career that just irks you a little bit, just for like a minute, okay? So on Saturday, October 22nd, the Sun in Libra conjuncts Venus in Libra in your 10th house. Okay, so this is like the best thing that you could possibly have, one of the best things for like great publicity. So if you were looking for attention, you would really get it at this time. If you're on social media, you know, this would be the time to post something in regards to your career or your just your personal status, something or other. You know, send out, I don't know, friend requests to people that you would not have possibly approached in the past. Now would be the time where they would more than likely accept, you know, things like that. But people are saying very nice things about you in public, and it could be somebody could even say something about you on social media, a post of some kind that it probably more than likely says something about your appearance and how attractive you are and whatever, okay? So on Sunday, October 23rd, Mercury in Libra in your 10th house trines Saturn in your 2nd house of Aquarius. So, you know, Mercury in your 10th house, again, this is news of some kind. This is verbal communication. And this is in regard to, it's making a trine to your 2nd house of income, bringing you money. Okay, having Saturn in your 2nd house has dried up your income in some way or other. Okay, maybe not completely, but it's just, you know, not as stable as it was. Okay, so you know, you could be getting some kind of good news about money that's coming to you, or a really nice job that will bring you more money, or a larger fee, or whatever that you would normally have. And if you don't work at all, there's still something about your personal status that's enhancing your ability to bring in more money.